It's time for another true power battle where major trainers from the main series games use their absolute best teams, determined in the True Power series, to battle each other in a bid for glory. Today we've got a super exciting matchup between a trainer who we've not seen battle in 20 years versus a trainer who has been performing exceptionally well in the Kanto Tournament so far. The last battle saw Agatha, a former Elite Four member who has come out of retirement to battle in this tournament, take on Gym Leader Blaine in an absolutely insane match that is sure to turn the heads of all the other competitors in the tournament. Today we'll be witnessing a battle for the ages as Erika, the current gym leader of the Celadon City Gym, takes on a surprise entrant, none other than Kanto's own Professor Oak, who is making his long-awaited return to battling after 20 plus years. Make sure to check out these trainers' True Power episodes if you want to see how we determine their best teams, but besides that, let's see what they're working with as we head towards the team previews. Erika has that classic mono grass team with solid defensive cores in Venusaur, Tangrowth, and Cradily, but some speedy threats too like Whimsicott, Roserade, and Victreebel. Oak is rolling with his classic well-rounded team, but with a new addition it seems. We haven't seen him battle in a long time, so we'll have to see how he plans to utilize his Pokémon. Word has arrived that our trainers are now ready for battle. It's stadium time. The long-awaited return of the Professor Oak versus Erika of the Celadon City Gym. Oak beginning with the Mew, a very privileged start for us here at the stadium, being able to see such a rare mythical Pokemon, whereas Erika is going to start off with the Cradily, so a bulky dynamic to the beginning of the battle here, whereas Mew is of course able to learn any TM it wants, and starting with the Stealth Rock perhaps telling us that it is a lead variant, and Cradily is going to have to respond using the Stealth Rock of its own. Two hazard moves on each side of the field. The trainers are going to have to account for this somehow as the battle goes on, because that's going to be detrimental to both sides, whereas Mew going in with the burn on the Cradily. That is a huge move right there, because Cradily does of course have a pretty good physical attack, even despite how bulky it is, and we're going to see it utilize it here with the Seed Bomb, but after that burn, no, the Mew absolutely eats it up. And of course it does look like it has the leftovers recovery as well, so almost no damage done on the Mew at all, and Cradily getting hurt by that burn. On this turn, we've got Mew going in with the knockoff now, being able to take off Cradily's leftovers. Now, no recovery now for the Cradily, and Cradily's going to go in with the Toxic. A good move there, being able to cripple that Mew a little bit, and that's going to rack up damage, more and more damage every single turn. And actually, that was a really smart play by Erika. She kind of scouted out the status move on the Mew, the burn, of course, on the Cradily, so that it could then use Toxic without toxicking itself through that Synchronize. So wow, what a beginning to the battle here. Very bulky, but very strategic as well. Mew now coming in with the Psychic. Cradily is very specially defensive, but still doing a decent amount of damage, bringing it below half. And of course, Cradily coming in with Seed Bomb again, not doing much damage at all, but that damage is going to start racking up on both sides of the field. Someone might have to pull a move here. Let's see how this ends up. And Mew getting hurt by that poison is doing more and more damage, but Cradily getting that steady burn damage on it. What's going to happen in the next turn? Oak withdrawing the Mew. Mew is officially off the field, and in comes the Venusaur. Now, Venusaur is going to be very hard to deal with for Cradily, but the Stealth Rock damage doing a little bit, and Erika deciding to switch as well into the Whimsicott. Oh no! That is not a good switch at all. Of course, they had both switched though, so you can't really predict what Pokemon is coming out. But Venusaur versus Whimsicott, that is not a good matchup for Erika. Erika pulling the double switch now. Uh-oh, racking up some more Stealth Rock damage into the Victreebel though. Victreebel, a decent counter for Venusaur. Venusaur going with the Growth is going to increase its special attack. But I don't know if that's a very good matchup for it, especially given that Victreebel can set up as well. Venusaur basically at full health again though. This is going to be an interesting play here. It'll be really interesting to see what the players do. Oak actually deciding to withdraw the Venusaur and into the Arcanine, perhaps anticipating the Swords Dance from the Victreebel. But those Stealth Rocks doing some big damage, and the Intimidate is going to help out a lot with that as well. But Victreebel, no Swords Dance, going in with the knockoff instead, and knocking off Arcanine's Life Orb. Oh, that was a rough play there. And Erika actually deciding to switch into the Cradily. And wow, that is going to be basically a sack from Erika. Arcanine coming in with the Flare Blitz. That's going to do some massive damage on Cradily, and Cradily goes down, the first KO of the match. And now we're going to have to see how Erika is going to respond to an Arcanine of all things, sending out the Tangrowth. Now, the Tangrowth is very physically defensive, but those stones are going to hurt it a little bit, and we're going to have to see if it can survive. Yes, Oak going for the Flare Blitz on the Arcanine. Can a Tangrowth survive that? I don't know. Oh, it does! 56 HP, tanking that actually fairly well, but Oak, of course, not wanting to switch out that Arcanine, because the Stealth Rock damage would start racking up big time, and Tangrowth has a Citrus Berry, bringing it above half, and here comes the Ancient Power to take out the Arcanine, eliminating one of the biggest threats to Erika's team. That was a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance for Oak there. Not much he could have really done, but the Gyarados coming out now against the Tangrowth. This is an interesting dynamic as well. We'll have to see what that Gyarados has in its pocket. Perhaps going for, yes, the bounce. Bounce going to be both stab and super effective on that Tangrowth. Now, Erika does have a turn to try and account for this somehow. However, her whole team is weak to this bounce, so I don't know what she's going to do here. Gyarados going with the bounce, not switching is Erika. Erika, massive damage on the Tangrowth, but it survives on 9 HP. Whoa, this is a turning point in the match. Here comes the Sleep Powder on the Gyarados. Gyarados is now asleep. This is a golden opportunity for Erika to try and set something up here. And Gyarados staying asleep for this turn. That means Tangrowth has a free move and going in with the Giga Drain on the Gyarados. Perhaps getting a little bit of recovery, but not too much damage. Erika might have thought that Oak might have switched out there, but he decides to keep that Gyarados in. I suppose it wouldn't really make sense for him to just rack up that Stealth Rock damage. Gyarados remaining asleep for another turn. Tangrowth taking a little bit better advantage here and going with the Ancient Power, but not quite taking out the Gyarados. The Gyarados surviving that Ancient Power and now waking up. Oh, an Ice Fang on the Tangrowth. That is going to take it out undoubtedly, no matter how physically defensive it might be. Gyarados taking down a big physical wall. And now Erika coming out with the Whimsicott. Whimsicott will be able to outspeed that Gyarados. Of course, Oak does not want to switch out that Gyarados, because if he switches it in again, it's going to get completely annihilated by the Stealth Rock. So, might as well take the sack here from the Whimsicott, going in with the Dazzling Gleam. Gyarados is down. This is an interesting battle so far. Oak coming out with the Venusaur, of course, that perfect counter for Whimsicott, and perhaps being able to set up something here while Erika has to switch here. There's nothing she can do. What is she going to switch into, though? Victreebel again. We've got this dynamic going on, except this time, the Venusaur has the momentum. Venusaur, Sludge Bomb on the Victreebel. How much is that going to do? Actually, whoa, a decent amount of damage, but what is that? What is that? It's a Lychee Berry. Lychee Berry on the Victreebel, raising its attack. It's going to be able to pull off a massive move here, but what move is it going to use? The knockoff on the Venusaur. Venusaur going to lose its item and some major damage on it. And the black sludge item is no more. In with the Sludge Bomb again, though, and the Victreebel is down. Venusaur pulling it off against a powered-up Victreebel. Here comes the Roserade now. Roserade, of course, going to be able to outspeed that Venusaur and perhaps take it out. We'll have to see what moves it has. Roserade going in with the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb on the Venusaur. Is it enough? No! Venusaur is very specially defensive. Venusaur coming in with its own Sludge Bomb now against the Roserade. Definitely doing more damage, but not quite enough. Roserade able to revenge kill that Venusaur. After that Victreebel loss, Venusaur has gone down, and now Oak has to make a decision. Dragonite coming out on the field. What a beast that is. Dragonite going to be able to perhaps, well, you know what? Roserade would outspeed it, but it seems, yeah, Dragonite, Oak has a plan. Oak always has a plan. In with the Extreme Speed. Priority Extreme Speed on that Roserade to take it out. Now, Erika has to contend with an absolute beast with leftovers, too. So it looks like that might be some sort of bulky variant, but of course Whimsicott counters that perfectly. I don't know if Oak would want to go for an Extreme Speed here. It might KO, it might not. Let's see. No, Oak deciding to switch out into the Mew, back to the Mew, to try and tank whatever this Whimsicott has to throw at it. But that Stealth Rock damage combined with the Poison too. Here comes Whimsicott with the Moon Blast after that Stealth Rock and with the Poison too. I don't know what's going to happen here. Mew taking some big damage. Leftovers recovery, but the Poison will, of course, affect it after this. Can it take one more hit, though? I don't know. This is going to be close. Oak might have made a mistake. Let's see. Moon Blast from the Whimsicott one more time. Oh, and the Mew survives, in with the Psychic. Can that take the Whimsicott down, though? Let's see. Oh, no! The Whimsicott survives on 15 HP. We have some intense survivals here, changing up the nature of the battle. And Mew not even dying after the Poison, too. Oh, my word. Whimsicott going in with the Tailwind, deciding to sacrifice itself to set up the Tailwind. Are you kidding me? I guess Erika trying to outsmart Oak here. I guess that is an okay play because the Mew is going to probably die from the Poison here. Let's find out. Leftovers recovery. followed by the poison. Is the Mew gonna go down? Yes, Erika with a genius play there, coming in with the Tailwind to now set up the Venusaur, her final Pokemon. Very, very well. It's going to outspeed anything that Oak has. Oak actually sending out the Blastoise here, a very interesting choice. Perhaps he's just merely trying to, you know, wait out that Tailwind. We'll have to see, but Venusaur going in with the Leaf Storm. It, of course, does not have Giga Drain. Leaf Storm is its only attack that would take out the Blastoise, but it is going to come at the cost of lowering Venusaur's special attack. So now, Oak with his final Pokemon. Oh my word, this is setting up to be something special, ladies and gentlemen. Oak coming out with the Dragonite. Dragonite is going to be outsped by the Venusaur. Oh, and the Stealth Rock's doing a massive amount of damage too. But what can Venusaur do here? Sleep Powder, and it misses. Oh, Dragonite, Outrage on the Venusaur. Oh, massive damage, and oh, it survives on 16 HP with a little bit of recovery too. Are you kidding me? What is this battle? Dragonite, a little bit more recovery. Venusaur has one more chance. Probably going to go with the Sleep Powder again. Yes, and it connects. There it is. The Dragonite is now asleep. Venusaur outspeeding thanks to that Tailwind sacrifice from the Whimsicott. What a move by Erika, a genius play, but is it going to be enough? Venusaur getting a chance to attack an immobile Pokemon here, but that special attack lower is going to be something else. We're going to have to see how this results, but that Tailwind is petering out here. Dragonite staying asleep. Venusaur has a golden opportunity here. Sludge Bomb, let's see how much it does. Ooh, a decent amount of damage. A decent amount of damage, but that leftovers recovery is killing it. Absolutely killing it. Venusaur's time is starting to run out. If that Dragonite awakens, oh, it is game over. Venusaur getting another opportunity. Probably going, yes, the Sludge Bomb once again. A good amount of damage. I don't know if it's enough. It all depends how long Dragonite stays asleep for here. That first Sleep Powder miss was brutal. And Venusaur racking up some recovery of its own. But no matter what, yes, the Dragonite waking up, outspeeding, Outrage. Is this it? Oh, Venusaur going down to the Outrage. Wow, what an ending to that battle. That was absolutely insane. A surprisingly close one. Oak pulling it off 1-0 against Erika. Erika playing absolutely brilliantly, given that she has a mono-type team after all. Very, very bulky team, very smart plays too. But Oak, the diversity, the power he has, too much overwhelmed Erika, and Oak will be moving to the quarterfinals. If you guys enjoyed this battle and are looking forward to the rest of the tournament, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next matches. Before we go, I'd like to thank the patrons who are making this tournament possible. If you guys want to help further this series' potential and support it, the link to my Patreon page will be in the description below. That's all for this one. This has been Soul Spectre, and I'll see you guys next time for more True Power.